Today we're going to be doing what I consider a massive safety upgrade to the Tesla Model 3, and it would work with your Model Y as well. So let's go over some things that you're going to need. So the first one is going to be a way to lift the car. You can use jacks on either side, but I prefer these ramps from Home Depot. They're cheaper, way safer, and way easier to just drive up on. I have a link for these in the description below. Now you might also want a drill, and this will help you get the 10mm bolts out from underneath the car a little bit faster, a little bit easier. You'll probably need some adapters. That way you could put on a 10mm socket, because the 10mm socket and a wrench is what I will be using to loosen the bolts, get them out, and then tighten them and put them back in. You're also gonna want some gloves. It's gonna get pretty dirty down here. It's also very dark down here. So I'll be using a headlamp. You can use a headlamp or a flashlight. Super dirty on the floor, so I'm using just a towel to cover the bottom so you can easily lay on it. Now this metal skid plate is no joke. It's also a little bit heavy, and you're gonna only be able to bolt in one side at a time. So I would recommend getting a friend to help you out. My skid plate is already removed, so I can't really tell you how to remove the bolts on the skid plate. All I will say is look under the car, any bolts holding it in, unbolt those. Once you do have the rear skid plate removed though, I can help you. So let's focus on where we are gonna go and bolt this in. You see this little tab right here that's just basically sticking out? This tab, yeah. So this tab right here, and then there is one right here. Tab just floating in the air. There is a part right here. This hole is where you're gonna bolt into on this side and on the other side. So that's 2 bolts you're doing, okay? From there, we can look back here. And back here, you're gonna see 3 bolts. Notice how only the sides are undone? That's okay. We only need to undo the sides. Those are the only ones that we're gonna bolt into, because if you look at the skid plate, we have a bolt hole here, no bolt hole in the middle, and then we have a bolt hole right here. And that is the 3 on the back. So if I'm looking at back right here, this is the tow hitch back of the car. We can look, and then that's gonna be right here. Those are those 3. And then we have the tabs right here. Let's worry about those first, those 4 bolts, and then we will go up at the front ones. Don't tighten them all the way, just tighten them pretty tight. That seems way more solid to me. Y'all, once you screw those 4 bolts in that we previously talked about, we're gonna look at the battery pack, all right? So you're as close as you can to the battery pack. From here, you're going to take a look at the bolts that run along next to the battery pack. So I already have one in here, but notice this one right here needs to go in. This one right here needs to go in. It's actually right in front of this arrow. And then there's one right here that needs to go in, one right here that goes in, and one right here that goes in. So in total, you're going to have 1, 2, 3 per side. And some of them, like this one right here, the fitment is like not exact. On camera, it looks more exact than it is in real life. But like I promise you, on this middle one right here, we haven't talked about this one yet. Look at the fitment. The hole is like completely off. You see that? It's like way over here. And by the way, surprise, this is another bolt that you're gonna have to do. This one's right underneath the arrow that's pointing forward. So this is gonna be your last bolt. Y'all, for this front one, you're gonna be amazed. Look at that. You see that giant gash right there? Isn't that huge? Look at that, y'all. Probably hit something on the freeway, and that's why it's important to have metal ones, because metal one wouldn't have cracked like that. Thinking it would have been way more protective. I mean, that's why they use metal on the actual battery pack. If you look at that, all of that back there is metal. It's super protected. So why isn't this protected? You got a lot of important stuff under here. For the front skid plate, I got you. So there's going to be 4 bolts, one here where the crack was, one right here where this hole is, one right here where this other hole is, and then one on the other side. So you're gonna wanna remove these 4, and you're gonna see it kind of just drops down. After that, there's one right here. You see this hole? This middle one? It's another 10 mil. From there, we can crawl a little bit deeper. Let's get in here. This is the middle hole. So we're gonna look back here. Those are all the bolts you're gonna need to remove. Now you can see that there's a hole right here, and then there's one right here. These are actually where some nuts are. You're gonna wanna remove these nuts with a 15mm socket. Good thing your boy is well equipped. Oh, okay, it's on me. Now you're pretty much gonna wanna screw it into all of the original screws except these. Remember these 15mm right here? Yeah, that's about to change. The kit should come with something like this. It is a torque spit, and this is gonna be what needs to go underneath because it's longer, and it's just going to thread in here like you would a nut. And this is gonna hold up that new skid plate. Put on all the original bolts, those new guys, and get this thing back up here. And then you're done, you have more protection, and like I said, think this is a super necessary upgrade. If you think so too, there will be a link in the description below the like button. At least go there and check it out. I'll have a discount code for you so you can pick it up, protect your Tesla, and save some money. Let me know what you think of these metal arrow shields in the comments below. I love mine, and I love the peace of mind.